It gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Representative Joanna McClinton, and it gives me even greater pleasure to introduce her as being the Democratic Speaker of the House. That's quite an accomplishment. Just so for your information, Joanna was first elected in 2015 to serve communities in West and Southwest Philadelphia, as well as Yeadon and Darby in Delaware County. As a state lawmaker, she has made history 3 times. First in 2018, when she became the first woman, the first African American to be elected as a House Democratic Caucus chair. And again in 2020, when she was the first woman elected House Democratic leader in the institution's 244-year history. That's quite an amazing feat. In 2023, McClinton was elected Speaker of the Pennsylvania House, the first woman to serve in that position in the nation's oldest legislature. A lifelong resident of Southwest Philadelphia and graduate of Grace Temple Christian Academy, she became active in her community while completing an internship with radio station WDAS. Later, she studied political science and leadership and global understanding at LaSalle University. After earning her degree, she enrolled at Villanova University School of Law, interning at Regional Housing Legal Services, the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office, and the Defenders Association of Philadelphia. She was Assistant Public Defender for 7 years and became Chief of the East Zone during her last year, helping attorneys with case preparation. In 2013, Speaker McClinton combined her passion for public service and law by becoming Chief Counsel to State Senator Anthony Hardy Williams, where she worked behind the scenes to develop policy, legislation, and organize expungement fairs and public policy forums and assist constituents. She has quite a resume. She is a strong supporter of the Teamsters and labor in Pennsylvania, and it's my pleasure to bring her up here today to address you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. It is so great to be here with the Teamsters, to welcome all of you leaders to the Central Pennsylvania region. My colleague I see, he's the heartbeat of the Democratic Caucus, and he's one of your leaders. Let's give it up for my colleague and my neighbor, my friend, Representative Dave Deloso. He is the heartbeat of our caucus. He is the moral compass of our caucus, and Representative Deloso is our majority chair for intergovernmental affairs. So in these crazy, chaotic times from Washington, D.C., where we don't know what to expect, what the headlines will be, and what will happen, one thing we know is that just 15 miles from here, under the dome of the state capitol, workers are always on the top priority of the House Democratic agenda. We may have the slimmest majority in the nation, but we without a doubt have the strongest support for labor in a time frame. Well, some will tell us that we don't need drivers in our vehicles and that we should be getting packages delivered by robots and things that are not safe in our society and our communities. Not just in this room, but my friends at the trial lawyers will tell you that that's not a good idea. But the good news is, as long as that gavel's in my hand, it won't be an idea here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I had the opportunity for the break. Thank goodness for the break. I did not, Mr. President, want to go after your international president. I had to tell him on the side, I'm made for the streets, but I didn't want to go right after him. So grateful for the break where I got to speak to our educators, those who are making sure that not only do we have good, strong principals and assistant vice principals in our schools, but also climate managers. It's a pleasure to report back to all of you that are here that since I've had the gavel, last budget we did a historic $1.1 billion into public education to stabilize the future for our children. Thank you all for your work. Thank you for your work. It would mean nothing if we invested dollars, but we didn't have capable team members keeping our children safe from those that provide lunch. I understand that they have added to your numbers, Mr. President, not just principals, but they also have all those good folks that are serving lunch and keeping the climate down when children who have things I didn't have in my childhood, hello, I see you all with them in your hand, cell phones that can get them agitated, excited, and having different types of personal moments of chaos. But because of the Teamsters in and out of our school buildings, you are making sure that our future is safe. There's some in this hour that say we don't need labor, but I wonder if that's why the middle class keeps shrinking and the dollars not being stretched farther enough, because they're not a part of organizations like the Teamsters. Not only do we need labor in this moment, but we need to make sure that you continue to have the right in this Commonwealth, in this battleground purple state, that you always have the right to organize, so that folks in my community right where I got up this morning in West Philly, all the way right here to Central PA, that they have a pathway to care for their family. They have a pathway to jobs with not only security, but a retirement that they can depend on. And if they need to step off of the job because some big corporate billionaire giant's not paying them right, that they have a pathway to be sustained in that time, that you get another fair contract. The work that you all do is so critical, and it's needed in this moment in time. And I'm just grateful to get up in West Philly and end up in Central PA, this beautiful place, to remind you you're not in the fight alone. All of us in Harrisburg and the Pennsylvania House Democratic Caucus are proud to fight with you. That's all 102 of us. And guess what? Without your support, we wouldn't have that one-seat majority. So thank you, Teamsters. We will stay on the same path and keep fighting for our families. Thank you. God bless.
So much.